What's good, fellas? We back with another reaction. Alright, this time we got my man Daniel Jones in the building talking about his growth in the Brian Daboll offense. But before we get to it, y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit the notification bell, join this Fifth Unit Army, and get Fifth Unit tough. You feel me? Let's rock.
How was the train ride back?
It was good. It was late, but yeah, those were always fun train rides.
You guys have an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot with a win at Minnesota. What does that mean for you as a player? And is that any extra motivation?
I mean, it's definitely exciting, but I don't think it's extra motivation. I think we're going to prepare as hard as we can, and that doesn't change week to week. I think we've been doing that. It's treating it 1 week at a time, and this is an awesome opportunity for us. So I don't think the preparation or the approach changes, but we're certainly excited for the opportunity.
Alright, pause. Forget all that blah blah he's talking about. Daniel Jones, it just dawned on me, okay? So y'all know how Henry Cavill got fired from DC. He no longer Superman. Can somebody call James Gunn and get him on the phone and say Big Fish said give Daniel Jones an audition for Superman? If this ain't Clark Kent, I don't know what is. Daniel Jones is Clark Kent. We need to get James Gunn on the phone, tell him the anointed one, the chosen one who really did fall from the sky to deliver the New York Football Giants from evil, can leap tall buildings with a single bow, he can catch bullets with his teeth, and if he wanted to, he could shoot laser beams all the way to the freaking sun, okay? Tell him Daniel Jones wants to be Superman. You have your people get in touch with my people. We're going to make this happen. Danny, thank me later.
If it does happen, how much would that check off a goal for what you guys were trying to accomplish this season? Would it make your season a success?
Yeah, I don't know if we'd say that. It's certainly a goal for us to make the playoffs. But we're confident in our ability as a team, and we believe we believe we're a good team. So we're just going to keep focusing 1 week at a time and play as well as we can.
Daniel, you have the fewest interceptions, I believe, of any starting quarterback in the NFL this year. What does that mean, considering where you came from in that statistic 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've improved in some of those decision-making situations, and protecting the ball is a big part of the game at this position. So, I'll try to keep doing that as well as I can. But a lot of credit to our group. I think guys, when you protect the ball, that's a group thing, and
what group?
On the same page, a lot of trust and
what group?
In the right spots, and they've done a good job doing that. And then good job with the coaches also. So.
All right, look, listen. Once again, ignore that blah blah that Danny talking about and allow me to translate. Group. What group, Danny? The group is you, Saquon, Andrew Thomas, and whatever wide receiver decides not to drop the ball at any given situation, okay? What Daniel Jones is trying to say right there is put some respect on my name. I got filthy wide receiver, an inconsistent offensive line, and my running back was garbage for a month, and we still about to go to the playoffs because I'm that dude. I am him. I don't turn the ball over. I don't throw interceptions because I know my wide receivers ain't shit, and I don't put the ball in harm's way by trying to force them the ball that they're not going to catch anyway. That's what he's trying to say. Continue.
Yeah, it means a lot.
But you shouldered the blame when it was the other way. You say protecting the ball is a group thing, but when it wasn't protecting the ball, it all fell on you. So that's just kind of the way the quarterback is.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I mean, yeah, quarterback's responsible for decision making, so yeah, it goes both ways.
What do you think? Is there anything about this particular staff where you felt?
Now, Danny, I'm going to hold you to that, bro. You just said the quarterback is responsible for the decision makers. So, in a couple weeks when we in the playoffs, you throw to Darius Slayton in the fourth quarter and he drop it, I'm holding you accountable. I'm not even going to curse Darius Slayton out. I'm going to curse you out because it's your choice to throw to him knowing he going to drop the ball. Continue.
Felt like you clicked either early on or where they especially helped you grow as a quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed working with them. I think, Dave's, Cass, Shay, all those guys have helped me out a lot. I think just understanding the game, understanding football, learning, obviously learning this system. I think this is a, good system. As we said from the beginning, you could tell this is a quarterback-friendly system, and where the quarterback's in good position to make good decisions most of the time. So, I've enjoyed. I've learned a ton from them.
Danny, you call it quarterback friendly, but a lot of people would call it conservative, just in the way that you guys have thrown the ball. I think the longest pass you threw the other day was like 12 yards down the field. Do you ever kind of look around and say, I wish I was throwing the ball around a little bit more, I wish I could take deeper shots, anything like that, or are you just happy with the way things are?
I mean, it depends on the game and the way it plays out, and we're certainly going to be aggressive when we can, but we won the game, and that's the goal, so that's what we're focused on.
You happy you don't have to ever hear those questions about the primetime games anymore?
I think, it was a big win for us, and I didn't put too much stock in that to begin with.
Daniel.
All right, pause. Let me translate for Danny again. Danny basically just said SMD. All right, that smile and that gas was SMD. I won a primetime game. SMD. Go fall off something tall. Stop talking about it. All right, if you bring up that question again, I'm going to call Big Fisk, and he's going to smack the expression off your face. No more primetime questions. All right, he had to take a deep breath. This is why Danny should be Superman, because, he not spazzing on y'all for asking these dumb questions. But go ahead.
When a new receiver like Isaiah comes in as late as he does, how do you find chemistry?
A lot of it's conversation. I think, watching film and the work you do in the meeting room, talking through certain things, getting an idea of how he sees things and how I see things. And, he knew the system really well coming from Buffalo. It's, similar there. So the concepts were familiar, and, it was a lot of just about conversation, talking through how we each saw certain situations. And then, the time on the field is important too during practice. So a lot of credit to him. He's done a great job for us.
How would you describe what Richie has done? He had a really very good start to the season. Wandell came back and he kind of took a back seat. And now he's, the last 3-4 weeks, has been prominent again in the offense. How would you describe what he's done for this team this season?
Yeah, he's been really big for us. Made a lot of key plays, made some key plays the other night on critical downs, and just extremely consistent day to day. And you know exactly what you're going to get from him. His approach has been really good. So as a quarterback, you like working with those guys, and he stepped up time and time again. So
I feel so bad for Danny.
What do you make of that?
Oh my gosh.
Tape for watching, there was such a big disparity in the two halves from last week for them. What do you make of this team when you look at that?
Before he answers that question, shout out to Daniel Jones for finding something constructive to say about one of his receivers. Yo, my man Daniel Jones be lying in front of these cameras, man. Ooh, my man Daniel Jones be lying. Man, whoever Daniel Jones' best friend is, whoever his girlfriend is, whoever his circle is, man, if y'all ever fall out with Daniel Jones, can y'all please leak the 2020 through 2022 season losing rants when Daniel Jones be burying Darius Slayton, burying Richie James for not giving him a chance to Seattle, burying Everett Ingram. Daniel Jones probably be cursing them the hell out behind closed doors, man.
Yeah, I think they got in some tough situations, in that first half. But they're a good team. They're a good defense. They got a lot of key veteran players who've played a lot of football, who are smart, and understand how the offense is trying to attack them. So we'll be prepared for that, have a plan for it. But they're a good group.
I assume from that you're kind of referencing Peterson and Harrison Smith and those kind of guys.
Yeah, I think those guys. They got some guys up front that are veterans and good players as well. So, I think at all three levels they have good veteran players.
Do you think you personally have learned how to win games? Like maybe your numbers are better if I go back to even your rookie year, but personally you learned how to win games and maybe not always fill up the box score?
Yeah, I mean, I think each game's different, but I think I've gotten a better idea of what does win. In the NFL,
See-
a lot of times it's not, what you would think. I mean, I think it has a lot to do with taking care of the ball and staying in good situations for the offense, executing on critical downs and scoring in the red zone. But yeah, I mean, I think I've improved a lot since my.
All right, look. Check this out, right? So, allow Big Fist to educate you on what Daniel Jones really wanted to say. What Daniel Jones really wanted to say was, I have no receivers, okay? Who's going to put up numbers for me? Stop asking me the same question in a different form, okay? I have no wide receivers. Who is going to put up these numbers? You want me to throw for 300 yards and 3 TDs? Who going to catch them balls? Who? Bellinger dropping balls. Slayton dropping balls. I mean, what we doing out here, bro? Like, yo, I love how Daniel, like, before he answered the question, it's like I said, I don't know Danny. I've never met Danny. But there's a piece of me that feels like when they ask some of these questions, if you watch Daniel's facial expression, you see the way he rolls his eyes, like the way he kind of thinks about it before he responds. I'm willing to bet my entire YouTube chat that he's saying some slick. He's saying something real slick in his head before he say that. That dude probably answered that question. The first thing that Daniel Jones probably said in his mind was, my wide receivers are trash. I told you that 5 minutes ago. You asked me the same question 5 minutes ago. You're an idiot. You're stupid. You're futile. Get away from my locker. That's really what he was saying in his mind. But then he had to gather himself and get the PC answer. I'm 99% sure that Daniel Jones got a little demon on the right side of his shoulder that be talking spicy. Daniel Jones' filter is top notch. Okay, this is why Daniel Jones is a starting franchise quarterback, because he got a filter. I don't have that filter. I'd have thrown the entire offense under the bus and ran it over front and back like 5 times by now. It's December 20th, 5:06 p.m. I need new tires by now. As many times I'd have ran the bus over back and forth on this stinking offense. But anyway, that's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I'll prove this message. Fist unit. Fist unit. Fist unit.